welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Brother Sean Brumfield, and this is Pulpit to the Pew. We have Brother Ryan Brown sitting here with me.
Hey, everybody.
I got Brother Carlos with me.
Hey, how's it going?
And we have a special guest today, our idol and our inspiration for the show. He's probably not going to like us saying that, but he really is. We have Brother Devin Birdsong with us.
Hello, Brother Sean. It's good to be here.
Oh, we are so excited to have you here.
Yeah.
I think
Contain your excitement, please.
I don't know if we can do that. We'll try.
I got a question to ask you, Brother Carlos. What's it like being introduced and then all of a sudden turn around and say, and we have a special guest?
I noticed it.
That's kind of hurtful.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I tell you who I
Carlos is
really
here
miss.
and a special guest.
Yeah.
I really miss Brother Jonathan.
Yeah.
Man, he's probably my favorite guy.
Wait, Jonathan Mitchell?
Yeah, I think that's his last name, isn't it? Mitchell?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that you
Listens
shout
all
him
the
out.
time. Yeah, he's my favorite.
He's the number one pot of me.
You know how many times
follower.
he tells us, I don't listen to ourselves. I don't listen to our stuff. He's like so far behind on everything.
Oh, man.
How did it sound? What did you guys talk about? And you didn't listen? No, I don't listen to your stuff.
You ever check the descriptions and just skip the episode if you see he's not in it?
All the time. Yeah.
Those are the ones I listen to.
No, I don't know him. I just got a kick out of y'all's deal.
I do wish you could have seen his face.
Yeah,
Because
it's funny.
he was playing a game on his phone.
Yeah.
So it's going in one ear and out the other. He's not listening to anything. And the moment that you mentioned Jonathan Mitchell, it was like a light bulb came on. And all of a sudden he was like, I heard my name. He knows my name. And it was like, that was it. And then he quit listening after that. So.
Yeah. Well, I understand. I get it totally.
He was super excited. I was like, do you even listen to his show? He's like, I have before. I have before.
I don't take any offense. Because I don't assume anybody listens, and I don't assume anybody that has listened is still listening. So,
Yeah.
I've been listening. Oh, I think all of us have been listening since the 2020s. Isn't that when you started?
I started in 2020 in June. Yep.
No, we've been. I will say, Brother Birdsong, I was off and on for a while. But I will tell you, I'm faithful for sure now. Like it's the past 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's been faithful ever since the 21st.
He finally gets to be.
The 21st.
Yeah, I don't know who listens and don't understand why people do, but I'm glad they do.
I know for me, it's just a nice to have the break away from, your typical day and to hear somebody else out there that lives the same lifestyle and, is having a good time while doing it. I think that's an important takeaway, besides the inspiration that's given from your channel.
Well, if there is any.
Well, now you got the Bible in Me podcast as well.
Yep, just started that this year. I kind of think that may be the whole purpose behind what I've done. I never expected that either. It feels like everything I've done has been an accident, but I think that's probably good reason why I'm getting to do what I'm doing, which we love. We love doing the funny stuff. But we have recorded now, I think, 6 episodes of the Bible podcast. They're set to release. I was just going to do one a month, and then we found out real quick that we have way more ability to record probably most of the year by maybe the end of February.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of my goal. I'm doing a specific study in Genesis, so I'm hoping that, that'll be a blessing to people. And I really do feel like that's kind of the lane that I'm supposed to be in right now. I like doing serious interview stuff with PodMe, but logistically it became kind of impossible. And, and just, you know how it is. It's kind of hard to make things work with everybody else's schedules. And so I'm excited about it.
Yeah, the group chat can get chaotic at times.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get everything going, or the last minute thought of, hey, what if we did this?
Yeah.
Be ready by such and such time, and we'll see you guys.
For us, we all kind of settled into our own lane here again by accident. I knew, Brother Brad and Brother Dustin's humor worked well. I knew all of that ahead of time, but getting the right fit and then it translating, to the listeners, all that I think has been by accident, really. But I've really enjoyed it. It's been an awesome outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother Dustin and Brother Brad do add a lot to it.
Yeah,
You know, I enjoy
great-
the dynamics
guys.
to all of them. And then with Brooks being added to it, you know, that I think he kind of adds that younger, almost, I don't want to say non-filter,
Yeah.
but it really is, because they have a completely, you know, the younger generation has a completely different outlook
Yeah.
on things. So you guys have a tremendous dynamic. It's
Well, I'm a huge fan of comedy,
yeah,
and so for there to be anything funny, there has to be some sort of a conflict,
yeah,
and none of us take ourselves seriously.
right.
So being able to just kill each other over, goofy stuff.
Like Forrest Frank.
Yeah, and exactly, and especially with Brooks, which I will say, it's such a different dynamic when your voice is going out to other people.
Yeah,
Like from day one, Brother Dustin has always said, like when we go to the room to record, he never thinks about anybody outside that room.
mm-hmm.
And for me, that's really all I think about.
Yeah,
Not that I assume that people are going to listen once again, but it's like, how's this going to translate to someone else who don't know me?
right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and then I think probably Brother Brad and Brooks have been kind of in between me and Dustin on that.
Yeah,
Like I remember in the very beginning when we was starting to get feedback, which was accidental too. Like I thought that might be a good outlet for people to, you know, contact us or whatever. I never dreamed that it would be something that would feed the content. And so when we first started getting feedback, if someone reacted to something any of us said, it would just blow. I remember Brother Dustin saying several times, just blow his mind.
yeah,
I can't think of that while we're sitting here recording. We're just having a conversation.
right.
It's a super neat outlet.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a couple of my members tell me that they didn't know if they could sit under a pastor that considered Chick-fil-A to be overrated because of something that I said on the podcast.
You never can judge what's going to resonate with people.
You know, it's kind of funny there for the longest time. They said, "I can't believe you don't like Chick-fil-A." I said, "I didn't say that. I just said it was overrated."
Yeah.
It's, you know.
Yeah, what they hear
Yeah. Oh yeah.
can be so different than what your intent is.
Right.
Yeah.
Than what was actually said. So how long did it take for you to feel like you could be comfortable in it to continue this? Like it was legit for you that this is surreal. You know, we can actually pull this off.
So what I actually purchased the equipment for was to get recordings out to our church, because I tried a couple on my phone, and my cousin has started a podcast, and he's the type of guy, you know, he'll buy the best of whatever. And he's like, man, recording quality is what you're really after. So he really kind of gave me the courage to purchase the equipment. But then once I purchased the equipment, it's like, I didn't know how long it was going to be shut down in 2020. When I ordered the first equipment, I went the cheaper route, and the equipment never came in. It's hard to remember. Supply issues were just ridiculous back then.
Yeah.
I say it never came in. It came in like 2 years later.
Wow.
So while I'm waiting on it, and all of that had been charged for it, I was like, I still longed to have something to talk to our people, you know, on. And I never was. I admire what y'all do at your church with the YouTube and Facebook Live or whatever.
Yeah.
But we tried 3
It's
services.
Yeah.
Man, we were all so miserable.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with audio, but video is a totally different beast.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to church.
Right.
Right.
And I don't know, it never fit any of our personalities. So I was like, well, I'll just buy this equipment. Who knows? I at least can preach or send a message out on it. So by the time we get the equipment, I told Hannah, I was like, you know, I've traveled so much and had so many conversations at a table after church, just like we're doing right here, that I wish my kids could hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my dad was a pastor, sat with some of the greatest men in the world, hearing their testimonies. I wish I could retell that. And my main objective was I wanted to tell Brother Blue's testimony.
Yeah.
He'd shared some of his testimony with me, and I'm like, I think the world needs to hear that.
Right.
So that was what I started out with. It was a nightmare trying to record that remotely, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I just released it. I didn't tell our church. I didn't tell anybody about it. I just released it, kind of bounced the name off of a few people. Brother David Brim actually is the ones that gave me some good feedback on the name, and we just took off. And I really, honestly, Brother Sean, I never realized it was ever going to be anything.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we got to the end of the year, I'd only committed to once a month. By the time we got to the end of the year, I had recorded my first episode with Brother Brad and Brother Dustin, and it was kicking and screaming with Brother Dustin for sure, because he's like, he didn't even know what a podcast was. But he was like, I don't really know. But I'm like, what? I want to do humor stuff. So I was a big fan of Tim Hawkins' podcast.
Oh yeah.
And I loved what they did when he was traveling. You know, a lot of their episodes were 2-hour episodes on the bus.
Yeah.
And you could see where they formulated their comedy bits and all that. And I love that stuff. I mean, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I wanted to recreate that somehow if I could, because I knew Brother Brad and Brother Dustin's dynamic, but not just them. It's all the guys in our church sit around after church doing this stuff, you know, every night.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, let's just see. And if you don't want to release it, I'll edit it, send it to y'all. And Brooks, actually, he was very young then. He was a good sounding board because he knew what good comedy was.
Mm-hmm.
My philosophy was, if it's funny to Hannah or Brooks, Hannah's a heavier litmus test, but if it's funny to them,
Yeah.
then it's probably funny.
Yeah.
And so that's what we started with, and Dustin and Brad enjoyed the recording process, and then we just moved from there. And I was like, can we do it once every 2 weeks? Yeah, I think we can do that. And then we started getting feedback, which was all borrowed ideas. Like, I listened to Nate Land podcast, Nate Bergatzi's podcast, and he's on with a couple other comics. It ended up being 4 persons, but he was on with a couple others at the same time we started, and they did a version of a feedback segment. It was comments, and they reacted to it. I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
So we started that. Had no idea that people would write in. One of the things that I wanted to do with the feedback is I wanted to protect people that wrote in. Unless they put their name, I didn't mention their name. So it became a silent sounding board.
Right.
You can get your voice heard and nobody ever knows what it is. But when the listener hears that, it's like, oh my word, they just mentioned my name and anybody can hear this. Or my comment and anybody can hear this.
Yeah.
So that was a big connection. I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how it works.
I always liked hearing Hershite 333 or
Yeah.
you know, you get through all those.
I can tell you, my oldest boy has commented on a couple, and you guys has read it, and he would be playing it over his. You guys are playing all the time in my house. If my boy is playing, and I said it before. In fact, I don't know if you remember it or not, but in one of the episodes, there was somebody that commented and said that you need to play the COVID song again.
Yeah,
that was.
Oh, really?
My boy.
Awesome.
Yeah. So he was like, he would be playing, and one of his comments would be said, and he'd come, Dad, they just said my comment, and he'd have to rewind it. I'm like, man, I've been listening to this thing with you. You're in the same house as me. You know? It like to see how it lit up, and then when you guys started playing that COVID song again, he's like, they're singing it. You know, it was just neat to see how excited he got over something
that worked.
Yeah. Just the fact that he was able to say something. You know, he's a young teenager.
Yeah,
and you know, people like, to me, my kids. You know, I want my kids to have the same thing, like what you were talking about. Meeting some of the greatest people in the world.
Yeah.
As far as preachers, having those conversations, I've been privileged to it. I know that Brother Carlos has been privileged to it, and Brother Sean, and all that. And I want my kids to have that same. I want them to have that same, being able to have those conversations with preachers, or I want them to have the to be able to be comfortable because there were some preachers growing up that it was like, I'm not going to say hi to, you know.
Yeah, intimidated.
In some ways, it's because maybe I idolized them a little too much, if I could say it that way. Not in a bad way, but, you know, you place them as heroes, and, you know, when you meet your heroes, you're either not going to say nothing to them because they're up there on that pedestal, or, you know.
You say too much.
Yeah, say too much. Make yourself look like a fool, you know, which is typically what I do. You know, I've come to accept, you know, who I am.
I totally get it at the phone interview we had with you. I was like,
but
I was having a stroke during it, man. Crazy.
But I like them being able to feel like that they can send something in people that they look at, and they have some sort of, you know, they're hero of the faith. It's people that we can listen to. We know it's clean, and obviously we know how you guys stand and believe. And then to hear them say, hey, they just said something, that special feeling I like that they get. So
the creativity that you guys have just like blows my mind. Like you'll come in and do your intro, and sometimes it's something different almost all the time.
Yeah.
Me, I can't get past that. I'm just like, welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
So is that something, do you plan that, or is it just something that you just kind of?
I don't plan that, but I got some really good advice early on to, if it's time for a change, go with it and don't look back. Basically, I guess I probably process whatever we do, whatever it is, like I liked to listen to talk radio back in the day. My favorite talk radio host was Glenn Beck back in the day when he had Stu and Pat on there. And they were doing comedy bits and allowing you to consume the news in an entertaining way. I actually don't listen to him anymore, but he moved more serious, so he lost me. And then I moved to Pat Gray, which was one of his co-hosts. I loved that lane. So, the reason why is because every day was so different. And so I took that piece of advice, some feedbacks, like, don't be afraid, like I said, you never know what's going to hit. So if you find something that does hit, like me and Brother Dustin was talking about it a week or so back, like the song thing was a big deal for a good while.
Yeah.
The controversies that was fed from the feedback was, we talked about boots and suits for a while and stuff that we didn't generate. It was there and we just talked about it. And the whole, the first controversy, I think, was the whole deal about soup.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it's like,
it can be with a mill, but it can't be the mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
But there's been plenty of things, Brother Sean, I have tried and they have fell flat. I remember the first time that happened that I really was frustrated about. I wanted to, all of us switch the roles that we had kind of been in, and I was feeling like I was hitting a creative wall. I was like, we're doing the same thing every time. Let's do something different. So I said, let's let one of you start the show out. And I was going to be Brother Brad's place or Brother Dustin's, whichever one, however we decided.
Yeah.
So I hit record. We get the intro music, and it was the biggest disaster. We never aired it. It was horrible. And
we had a couple of those.
Yeah. So during those times, it's like, what do we do? Because, you're sitting there, you've got a couple episodes to do, and you got to get them out.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that they said in the beginning. There's been a couple times because of whatever circumstances, we've reached a wall. It's like, okay, we're gonna have to quit. And then it's like, it's either quit or don't miss a week. The only time we've missed a week was 3 years ago. My wife's mother passed away unexpectedly, and we had to miss a week then. But that's the only time we've ever missed. And there's been plenty of weeks where it's been like, do we? Don't we? It's like, okay, whatever you do, we made this commitment. Let's go. It's weird to have those conversations, especially almost 6 years in. It's like, how long is this going to last? None of us. This is not anything we planned. So,
right.
I
think the biggest adjustment for us is that we had to look at it almost business-like.
Yeah.
To where it's like, okay, if it was just up to us, we would sit around and talk for 2.5 hours before we even hit the record button.
Yeah.
Because we get so sidetracked on a Bible discussion, something happened at church.
Whether the moon landing was legit or not.
Oh, yeah. We accidentally hit record on that one. That wasn't on purpose. But, especially trying to design the conversation as far as you can't talk too long and then get into another subject without somebody else having something to say about that subject.
Right.
So being able to form those conversations are not always easy.
No.
And especially when you're like, we're all friends here.
Yeah.
But like, I hate to say this, guys, but like, we got to do it this way or we're not going to be able to, record
like tonight. Let's let Brother Carlos talk,
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No.
Yeah.
Is he here?
Well, yeah. Well, he had to finish his pizza rolls.
Oh, okay.
he had about 50 pizza rolls to consume. Now
I've
he's
been over here leaning away from the microphone, scared to death that you guys are going to hear me too.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. But on our end, like they have no idea what I'm going to talk about at all. So I just have a little simple outline. If I get to anything on that or everything on that, like in the beginning, I kind of felt like I had to pull the conversation, keep it going, but their humor is completely reactive. So there's no way to judge that. I had to learn in the beginning, if they hit something and it's funny, you just let it go. Don't try to pull it back or whatever. Yeah. That's what's worked for us. But I've sat down with people that want everything wrote out. Like, what are we going to talk about? Mm-hmm. When you're used to recording with, Brother Brad, Brother Dustin Brooks, it's like they don't ever know what we're going to talk about. They'll bring something, but they don't let us know. Yeah. So if there's time, hey, I want to talk about it, that's fine.
Yeah, we don't. For a while, we had a set up more like a program, doing the word of the day or crazy laws and
newsletter. The crazy laws kind of got us in trouble with some people.
Yeah, we got
some bad feedback on.
Did you?
Oh yeah, because I think it was in Arkansas where it was like it was illegal to hit your wife unless it was
you can only beat your wife if it was on the court steps or something like that.
And we read that and we made just like an off the wall comment and
something stupid. You know.
Not feedback come in.
Really?
We thought we thought it would turn out to be like when Brother Dustin calls them all heifers.
I know.
And we didn't get that same reaction that you guys got.
Well, so we have got very minimal, but we have got some negative feedback, and I'm telling you what, that can hit you hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we're at that point where there's like no feedback. It's kind of just blatant. And it's kind of our fault. We've had some feedback and we thought we said it and then missed it. And then it's kind of by the time it's irrelevant. Yeah. So that's been something we've had to work on to readjust to. That's not something we're very good at because I will sit there and have screenshots. Yeah. And then we get into whether we landed on the moon or not. Yeah. And by that time, nobody cares about feedback. It's kind of, at least for
integral
us.
to this program.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it is kind of actually funny, though, because our podcast, I always call it's the podcast of ADD.
Yeah.
Because we're just like, especially me, I'm just sitting here and I don't look like I'm paying attention, but I'm listening to it and I'll just think of something and we run with it. Because I never find myself interesting.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like when he asked me, do you want to be on the podcast? I was like, I mean, I could be there, but 3 episodes in and I want to be, you won't want me back, And so then that whole just hopping off of topics from here or there, it's just kind of become the one thing that's fun to do. So when you go to something that's kind of for us structured, I felt like I was losing who we were or what we were doing before.
Oh, we were losing for sure. I'll tell you that up front. We were losing.
Yeah, you got to stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed some of the stuff. And there are some times I'm just like, guys, this is something I really want to talk about. Like, you guys were talking, it just so happened we recorded at the same time that about, you guys were talking about every idle word. It was crazy. It was like, it was like they were like a week apart or something like that when we released this. But like, those serious ones that there are times I'm rather around and say, hey, I'd like to talk about this or something like that. But it's kind of not always something we have to hit during a recording. It's kind of like if it gets there organically or something like that, we can kind of hit that. But yeah, as far as us, it's just kind of our process is we sit and talk for probably 30 minutes to 45 minutes before we get started, just to kind of warm up.
Yeah.
Get the atmosphere going and, make sure we're all on the same page. And if we have anything interesting, kind of share it a little bit.
Make sure Jonathan's not playing a game on his phone.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
he wanted to be here, but unfortunately, he just wasn't able to make it.
I'd love to meet him sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, he would love it if you shook his hand, and Brother Mitchell.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you.
Well, we'll add to it. So I got a question for you. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Waffle House or no Waffle House?
I was not raised going to Waffle House, but I legitimately really love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Praise the Lord. Brother Pasquarella slammed us so hard on the Waffle House.
I really do. But here again, because I wasn't raised going, it's kind of Well, I will say this: the one closest to us was just kind of a dump.
Yeah.
So
They all.
Well, they're building new ones now.
yeah, they've got some new ones. Like we eat at one when we visit my wife's folks,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
really enjoy it.
Yeah. It seems like it's for Waffle House. It's typically late at night.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're at late at night and that just greasy spoon food just
Well,
seems to hit
that's
better.
something we've always said is that it is not the best restaurant in the world,
Yeah,
but it's just the best thing when it comes to convenience.
Yeah.
and it's consistent.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
it is.
true.
It
You know
is
exactly
consistent.
what you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go, you're gonna get a lady with 3 teeth, and she might spill your waffles, but
Right.
you'll get waffles nonetheless.
But she's going to call you honey, keep your coffee filled.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's true too.
And if you ask for your waffle to come later as dessert, she's not going to forget.
Are you a smother and cover kind of guy?
No,
No.
I'm pretty simple.
See, that's how I am. I don't get nothing on them either.
Yeah.
On the waffles?
Oh, the taters,
On the
the
tater.
hash browns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I like
I guess
I like hash browns, just salt and pepper,
Really?
just accented a little bit with ketchup on the side. Yeah.
You gotta try it with the chili.
Really?
Chili and the cheese. Oh man, that's the best way to have them.
Okay, so you bring up chili. What about the big skyline debate? Is that a debate?
Oh, yeah. Skyline or Gold Star.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It depends on if you're going for what they're known for, the chili and the spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
It's Skyline hands down.
Okay.
No questions about it.
yeah, I'm one of those ones that I can eat both of them,
Mm-hmm.
but I will prefer Skyline.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Gold Star has one of the best burgers out there.
Yeah, and
It's
milkshakes.
hilarious to say. Yeah.
Hmm.
They got
And those-
awesome milkshakes. It's like
So is it like a chili burger or just?
No. It's just a
Just a
cheeseburger.
standard burger,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just a cheeseburger.
they just have. There's a
But that says something that in the debate between Gold Star and Skyline, which one's better? Well, Gold Star has the better cheeseburger that has no chili on it.
yeah.
I agree with you.
Well, I think that's the thing too, is because it doesn't matter who you come across. You either like Skyline or you don't. There's no in the middle. So that's why
Yeah.
I think they brought the cheeseburger was for the non-Cincinnati folks.
That's
who
the
won't
one
eat
thing
it.
that Gold Star does do, because Cincinnati chili is what it is, and both
Yeah.
of those are different recipes, but still Cincinnati chili.
Right.
So Skyline is basically, if you don't like chili,
Mm-hmm.
sorry about your luck.
Yeah.
Don't eat here.
Yeah.
You know, you can get a hot dog, but the hot dogs are like this big.
Sure.
You know,
They're
they're Vienna
Vienna
sausages
sausages.
warmed
Yeah.
up. It's really what they
100%.
are. but Gold Star said, well, if you don't like chili, or if you come eat here,
We'll give you another
yeah,
option.
when your family members are eating the chili, you can come here. So Gold Star did do a little bit better. Skyline might be opening up a little bit. I think they offer chicken tenders now, maybe.
They got tenders and
But-
like chicken wraps and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. I get Coney's and chili cheese fries when I go.
Yeah. But I will choose Skyline.
Yeah.
If I'm wanting chili cheese dogs or something like that, Skyline every time.
Have you
Skyline
had?
also has the extreme cheese.
Have you had either
Oh,
one?
that is true.
I've had Skyline. So when we lived in Kentucky, between our resignation in Arkansas and where we're at now in Oklahoma, we went for 3.5 months to Brother Dathan Guthrie's in Kentucky. And they were in a building project. So that's why I was there helping them do some of their interior woodwork on their church building. And they have a bell tower that they put in their entryway. It's awesome. And they bought their bell from a bellry in Cincinnati. So we drove to Cincinnati to pick the bell up. He and a man from his church and myself. And so we get there. When we get to the bellry, the guy was like, "Do you want to see a tour of this factory where we've made bells from?" I mean, I can't remember exactly what year they started. It's a historic place.
Yeah.
So we go through that. It was awesome. But we were hungry when we got there, and they both like, we're gonna eat nice today, whatever. So
Gourmet.
are you familiar with any restaurants? I'm like, I have no idea whether this is good or bad. I've just heard, my brother-in-law talk about coming up here to Newport, Kentucky.
Yeah.
They always
Yeah.
eat it. I think they're Gold Star. I can't remember.
It could be. I mean, you got
Anyway.
both of them either place.
I'm like, I've heard them talk about Skyline and another. I couldn't think of Gold Star.
Yeah.
I know Skyline chili. So like, man, there's one right near us. Is it good? I was like, it's supposedly like the best in the world. So we had our expectations with not only a 10 out of 10 chili, but we had our expectations of this being a high end restaurant. So
then you find out it's not even chili.
They put their in the GPS. They, we go to we pull up in the parking lot. Like, what do you guys think? Well, I mean, I don't know. We go in, talk to the lady behind the counter. Like, welcome to Skyline. What would you guys like? And we're like, tell us about your place. And we're looking around like, this must be an older one.
Yeah.
So we're in there, and the lady's like, well, you can get it. I don't know their menu now.
Yeah.
The 4 or 5 way, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's go with the 5 way. So we all get chili, and they put 3 blocks of cheese on, on the doozy or whatever it is, 5 way. So I start in, and I'm trying to be so optimistic, and so is Brother Dathan. What we did not know is Brother Dathan was very sick. He had staph that had settled in his elbow.
Wow.
And it was poisoning his whole body. We didn't know that, but he was starting to run a fever at that point.
Wow.
And we had a 4-hour drive home, 3.5, 4-hour drive home. And so we get a couple bites down, and I'm trying to read their countenance. They're trying to read mine. We're all trying to be real positive. We had like steak expectations and sit down Skyline chili.
Dog food.
But first of all, it's quite different from any
different
chili.
flavor.
Like
Yeah.
the spaghetti noodles, I had kind of mentally prepared myself because I'd heard about that, but they had no idea. And they're like, all right, So we get probably a third of the way in, and Brother Dathan's turning green already. And he's like, boys, it's good. He's trying to convince us. He's like, it really is good, but I'm gonna have to quit. I'm just, I'm not feeling. I'm like, there ain't no way you're not hungry. Well, I'm a guy, whatever's on my plate, I'm gonna clean my plate.
Yeah.
So I'm just plowing through, but I was not super impressed. It's good, but it wasn't steakhouse good.
Yeah.
So we get down to the end of it, and we all started laughing so hard. And so then we leave there and head back toward Paducah. And I think we stopped at like a really nice restaurant in Louisville that the guy that was traveling with us had recently been to, that had another something I'd never had, was Smo fried chicken. It was very good. They smoke it first and then deep fry it.
Oh my goodness.
It was great. And they had all sorts of it was more like a high end restaurant.
Yeah.
So it was very, very good.
So
But Brother
say,
Dathan was deathly ill and had to have me drive the rest of the way home. Like, he didn't eat anything at the second restaurant, I don't think. And was throwing up every few minutes.
Wow.
His body was being poisoned. So now if I mention the Skyline chili, we laugh about it. He's like, I don't want to see another plate of Skyline.
I will tell you, Skyline Chili is another one of those like Waffle House. For the most part, a lot of them are sketchy looking.
Okay.
They really are. They're just old. There's not a whole lot to them. My brother-in-law's from Texas.
Okay.
So to Texans, chili is, beans and meat.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's hearty, spicy.
It was not what I was
like-
expecting when I first tried it.
Yeah. And so, he comes to Cincinnati. We were all raised on it,
Mhm.
so it's nothing new to us. And so we're like, you got to try Skyline. It's different. And we tried to get his expectation. Don't order a bowl of chili.
Yeah.
This isn't chili that you eat out of a bowl. I can, because I've been raised on it. And so we was trying to tell him, get like the hot dogs or something like that. That's what it's for. And so he orders a bowl of chili. And I think now he like eats a wrap.
Yeah.
If we go there, he'll eat a wrap or something like that.
I can totally see why it's a thing. You know? Like in our area, like what Oklahoma might be known for as far as fast food would be Brahms.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that come in from out of state will eat at Brahms because it's a Oklahoma, mainly Oklahoma. They only have stores where they can drive to in the day. So a couple of them in Arkansas, North Texas has a few of them, but I totally get it though.
Yeah. But it's not chili. We just don't have a better word for it for what
Yeah.
it actually is.
Yeah, it's hot dog covering.
So I recently, in my YouTube feed, Kent Rollins, the cowboy cook.
Yeah.
Y'all familiar with him?
Oh yeah.
He just did a 3 chili cook video,
Mhm.
and Cincinnati chili was one of them.
Yeah.
And he told all about how they prepare it, and most of the time it's served on spaghetti noodles.
Right.
And he goes through the whole,
Yeah.
don't set your expectation for a Texas chili. He was doing 3 unique kinds of chili or something.
Yeah.
And then he had a couple guys on there that judged.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
It-
I thought about Skyline.
Yeah, it is something that I think it is an acquired taste for people that's out of state. Once you can get your mind wrapped
I
around
think it's even further than that. I was from Columbus, and there's maybe one Skyline in all of Columbus. Because actually, the first time I had it was with Brother Carlos. We went up, yeah.
So is it an Ohio-based company or what?
No, it's they. So
Just
if I know the history of it, it was people from Greece moved into
it's
the
a-
Cincinnati
it's a Greek.
area. It's a Greek recipe.
That's right.
So
he gave the history of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
So they moved to Cincinnati, and that's why, and they
It's-
founded it. So that's why it's
Yeah.
become Cincinnati chili.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, it's a style.
yeah,
Mhm.
right.
but like when you say you're bringing chili in Cincinnati, I made chili for the church.
Mhm.
We had a church dinner, and that morning, some lady from the church called and said, "Do I need to make spaghetti to go on that?" And I was like, "No, because I made
That's
Texas
funny.
chili." I was
Yeah.
like, "No, we don't need no spaghetti with that."
Yeah.
So funny thing about that is my mom would do chili spaghetti.
Mhm. Mine too.
But she would make regular chili.
Mhm.
She didn't do that. I didn't know anything about the hot dog chili until I was older.
No,
So chili
Oh.
spaghetti was nothing new to me. Frisch's did chili spaghetti. And
It's-
they did it with their
It's got like a sweet taste, like the Cincinnati, a little bit of a sweet.
No, just
or-
regular old,
just
what you
regular
think
old
of as
Texas chili. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how my mom would do it.
Okay.
like the chili you get at Wendy's or
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I'd like that.
I never
like,
did eat it.
Because like it would be really wet, whereas like Cincinnati's chilies.
See, when I was a kid, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Mom would make chili one day, and the next day for the leftover chili, she'd make spaghetti for us
Spaghetti.
to put the leftover chili on.
But see, I don't like dry noodles. So if I want to eat noodles, I want something. That's why I cover it in spaghetti sauce.
I would
So,
be a mess if I ate that.
well,
Just be
that's
like-
what the bib's for. Even Skyline offers the bib, man.
I always do take a little bit of Skyline home with me.
Yeah.
That's what the
understand.
ties are for.
No, that's crossing the line there. I can't do that to my ties.
Oh, man. My grandpa used to be real bad for that. Growing up,
Yeah.
he'd always have something. Every time we eat something, he'd always leave us something, and he'd just say, "That's what the ties are for." When he passed away, I inherited some of his ties,
Yeah.
and you could just see it. And I was like,
Good old food.
"Yeah,
stain.
just a bunch of stains on there." Yeah.
That's funny.
So Bigfoot or no Bigfoot? You've listened to the podcast. I have to ask this question.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask
That's
that
not something that I ever paid any attention to. I mean, I hear you guys talk about it, but I don't have an opinion on that because
No Bigfoot in Oklahoma then.
Yeah. No Bigfoot.
He's a Smoky Mountain guy. Maybe we just have to close this down and go
Yeah.
out there
Go
and take a
out
look
there and
tonight.
look
Yeah.
Yeah. Caden thought he heard bears this morning because he heard twigs snapping.
Dude, we got to the cabin Monday night, and porch lights off, everything's turned off, it's dark, fiddling around with the keypad trying to get the lockbox open, and my 4-year-old goes, "Daddy, a bear!" And I start panicking like there's actually a bear coming up to the porch or something. It's just a picture of a bear on the rug. He's excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we are at the Smoky Mountain Ministers Conference, and it's just day one, but it's been an awesome
Yeah,
couple
it's great.
services that we've had.
I had to. You had to be very intentional on getting here this year.
Oh man.
The Snowmageddon, it didn't hold back.
We went through it, but Brother Birdsong had a harder time. You want to share how long it took you to get
Yeah.
here?
So we left Sunday afternoon, and what would have been a 4-hour drive, we had 6.5 hours, and then probably been around 9 hours normally to finish the drive. And we had 14 and a half.
So you guys coming from Oklahoma have to drive through Clarksville and Nashville and stuff, right? So they got I think they said 3/4 of an inch of ice.
Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah. That's horrible.
We were on snowpack or ice pretty much from about 15 miles into Tennessee all the way to Nashville. And at Nashville on the west side was where it got horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's very hilly terrain,
Right.
you know. So, yeah, it was crazy.
Did Oklahoma get anything?
Yeah. Yeah, we had at our house, I think they said like 3.5 inches of snow and then probably 2 to 3 inches of snow and sleet on top of that on the second round.
Yeah.
So it was a huge snow for us, you know.
Right. Yeah. We missed out on the sleet and ice.
Yeah.
Which I'm very, very thankful for.
Yeah, we don't ever have like the dry snow, but that's what it was first.
Yeah.
So that was nice to have for a change.
Yeah.
It was usually slushy and messy.
We got 16 inches of the dry snow.
Man, well, we don't
It's crazy.
handle it, you know. In Oklahoma, there's no ways to get it off.
Well, Ohio don't handle it.
We
We can handle 6 inches.
Yeah.
We typically get, in spurts we may get 2 or 3 inches,
Okay.
but for all of that to come at one time was just
Shut you down.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with the plows getting the roads cleaned off in Ohio. Double the number of inches of snow that comes down. We still have the exact same number of roads and we still have the exact same number of trucks.
Yeah.
Like, does the truck just get tired because the snow's too heavy?
Hey, look,
It has to go take an extra break.
I don't know. I will tell you this. I watched because I knew we were going to be leaving, and I was sitting at my door and I was watching all that snow come down. So we got like 12 or 13 inches at the house, and they never touched my street. So I do my driveway so that way I know that if I have to do like a 2-inch little thing, I can get it real quick.
Yeah.
And so in one fell swoop, after all the snow falls, they decide to go down my street 3 times, just all at one time.
Wow.
And so when I got out there, by that time it's dark. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I'm not going to go out there and shovel.
Right.
So by the time I go out there, I've got like 2 foot of snow piled up. You know,
Yeah.
that was fun.
I do have to say this about you though. The whole time it's fallen, you had a Jonathan Mitchell mentality.
No.
Yeah, we're going to make it. No, we're not going to make it. We're going to make it. No, I don't think we're going to
I'm
make
going to tell
it.
you right now, if we would have got the ice, it would have been a whole lot different.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, and then there at the last, the other part wasn't my fault.
But,
That was something that was,
well, I wasn't talking about that. I was
Yeah.
just talking about the snow.
yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, look, ice is ice, man.
But
I'm not gonna do it. I will say this too. I don't know who has between Richmond and Lexington, but once you hit once 75 and 64 comes together going into Lexington, whoever had that, they just took the day off. I don't know what happened because we went from 3 lanes to no lanes.
Yeah.
What's crazy is
It's like all of Kentucky said, hey, 75, I-75 is going to be clean. People are heading south. They're going to the ministers' conference. 75's got to be good. And Lexington said, nah.
Nah. Yeah.
nobody's traveling this weekend.
They whoever had that route, man, they either got fired or they just took the week off and said, I'm not going to deal with it because nobody touched that stretch of highway.
We could tell the poor counties in Tennessee,
Yeah.
too, like Western Tennessee, they don't get any money. Yeah, it was sketchy. I've never saw that kind of, I mean, for that amount of miles.
Right.
And, you know, we saw a third of what it did,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I've never seen a storm like that.
Yeah.
As far as nor that much
crazy.
snow at one time, it was just unbelievable what it could do.
I spent 3 months pretty much living in Nashville. I was working and I would go down there every week. And it was during Christmas. So it was Christmas, January, February, somewhat into March. And when I was there in January, I watched about 1 inch of snow hit the ground, which for me was nothing.
Right.
But I didn't take into consideration that they don't know how to run snowplows and lay salt and all that stuff. You would have thought that it was the end of the world. Sky was falling. I mean, you know.
Yeah. It's crazy. When
People
you
were
don't-
running in the
when they don't
mountains
deal
calling
with
for
it.
the rocks to fall on them, you know. It's like, and I watched them, and I was in the job site where I was working at, and it was a big skyscraper that I was working on. So I'm sitting out there on the windows, and I'm just looking over, and car after car with like a dusting of snow is just can't keep it straight, you know. I was dying laughing because it was nothing for me, but yeah. So I could only imagine what happened. With all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there'd be a bunch of insurance claims.
Well, Nashville,
it's all done.
Nashville got destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Trees are all over.
Well, I
all
think
that
I read
stuff.
somewhere it was like 360,000 people without power.
Yeah.
Well, Brother Birdsong, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been a
for,
privilege.
Taking your time to come be with us.
Thanks for what you guys are doing.
Lord willing, we're going to stick with it.
Yeah.
And, be right behind you sooner than later. No. But hopefully everybody enjoyed this episode, and we'll see y'all next week.
See you, everybody.